The Tyree Nichols video. They're yelling and cussing. They are doing too much. He's going to tell them later on, you're doing too much. So what was that? 13 days? 13 days? It took for 5 black cops to be fired. It took 13 days. So even though you got a different, it's a right-wing president, let's be honest. We could go farther left-wing. I'll be in favor of Marianne. Yeah, run, Marianne, run. We need somebody courageous enough to offer themselves as a candidate for president. Blind men are being arrested just for having a walking stick. Yeah, you are a fascist, authoritarian, criminal motherfucker. 5 black cops were fired in 13 days for a beating that killed a person. It was just a routine traffic stop. So yeah, you fascist, authoritarian, criminal fucks, you all like to beat up on people, right? Especially those who you know who can't attack back. Because you don't want to get hurt yourself, right? It's easier to go after the innocent and the peaceful and the non-violent. Black man, veteran, running away on his stumps. What the fuck, America? Quadriplegic. He's running on his stumps. Come the fuck on. Come the fuck on. You fucking predator, fascist, Nazi motherfuckers. Violence should be your last resort. Maybe even lethal violence, justified lethal violence, but your last resort. Some of these fucking goddamn criminal terrorists, it's their first fucking rainbow tribes, safe streets, citizen vigilante brigades. We need to get to know our neighbors. Get to know our neighbors. We need to tighten our belts. Get friends, family, neighbors, residents of households, and that's it. Those are the only people that's allowed on our streets and our neighborhoods. Trust our neighbors. Trust your neighborhood. And trust nobody else. Tighten your belts. Play your poker hand close to your chest. Get rid of the police. Start from scratch. We need a general police force eventually to stop violent crime. Maybe Minutemen for now. And from these rainbow tribes, these safe streets, this good neighbor policy, when you have these wildcat caucuses, the cops will have to gain their trust and acceptance. They're going to have to gain the trust and acceptance of the people that they're pretending to serve and protect. That's how the cops are going to get back into the game. What? The people have lost confidence in you, then you win their confidence back. To the police officers, who in the goddamn flying fuck are you protecting and serving? Who are you protecting and serving? Anybody else except for your own fucking selves? Who are you protecting and serving? Is it the general public? Cops in Colorado don't have qualified immunity. Cops in Colorado do not have qualified immunity. It works. Nobody should have immunity. Nobody but the governor, the president, county commissioners, the executive privilege, but even nobody should have immunity. You're going to give somebody immunity, somebody an invisibility ring, somebody a license to commit crimes, then they're going to commit a whole bunch of crimes. Nobody should have immunity. Even the president has to The president gets checked in a whole bunch of different ways. He gets checked by the elections. He gets checked by the legislative branch and the judicial branch, and he gets checked by the 50 states. We have a federalist system. And I'd fight a revolution for federalism, the rule of law, the three branches of government, Montesquieu, the Baron de Montesquieu. Elections in defense of constitutional republics. Yeah, I'd fight a revolution in defense of constitutional republics and the Bill of Rights, our individual freedoms, federalism, the rule of law, three branches of government, elections. That's what the whole idea of the constitutional republic is, that we're supposed to function, right? We're supposed to be civilized and we're supposed to function. Marianne Williamson would be a million times better than that goddamn asshole that's sitting on the imperial throne today. Run, Marianne, run. Run, Marianne, run. Isn't it interesting that defund the police is for small government? Who's for big government now? Cops in Colorado don't have qualified immunity. We've had police reform here in Colorado. So it works. America could do the exact same. You pass some laws and you're going to need people to enforce the new laws. So the three branches of government, they're going to have to try to enforce them. Their own, they're supposed to jealously guard their authority. But what's the point if you don't keep what you don't protect? It was William Rogers Clark to Virginia. And they lost Kentucky eventually, so you don't keep what you don't protect. You don't keep what you don't protect. So ultimately, I want great laws. I want great laws. Abraham Lincoln, in the 1838 Lyceum speech, he said he's the father of the Republicans. And he says that we need a political religion which reveres our nation's laws. Do the Republicans today revere our nation's laws? If so, then we have something in common. But I don't ever remember hearing a Republican ever reading the Bill of Rights to me. Ultimately, we need great laws. We need great laws. I like great government, great cops. Great laws are absolutely essential. Great government, great cops, great laws are ideal. And great laws should be able to steer good government and cops and man and citizen eternally. So great laws are the priority. But we also need great government, great cops. What kind of government? It has to be democracy. It has to be a constitutional republic. We have to have elections. That's not a republic. If you don't have elections, that's the bare bones. And it's got to be a fair election. It's got to be ranked choice voting. You don't even have a fair election system. What kind of democracy do you have? Look at your democracy. Now, I said that I wasn't a racist to one of these anonymous pricks. They want to comment on my YouTube videos. I said I wasn't racist, and they said, oh yeah, motherfucker. I fired 3 warning shots straight up into the air behind my house on September 17th, 2021. And I was charged with felony menacing, and so I'm having to go to court to fight the charges. Now, if I go to jail for the maximum amount for a Class 5 felony, that's a $100,000 fine, and that's 3 years in jail. Well, hopefully a jury of my peers will hear me out. Because if I am convicted by a jury of my peers, then I'm going to see the sentence out. $100,000 fine, 3 years in jail for firing 3 warning shots. Don't seem right, don't seem fair to me. But I'm not going to let the jailers rape me again like they did in Louisville, Kentucky. Remember that one time when I was just merely walking down the street a block away from my house? I was going to the gas station, which was just another block away. Yeah, I didn't do nothing, didn't harm anybody, but they attacked me for no damn reason whatsoever. So I'm not going to get raped by the jailers. I'm not going to I can't allow my own conscience to make a mockery of myself. And I'm not going to be a gangster's bitch either. So it seems like I'm going to have to pick a gang. And I'm not happy about this. I'm not excited about this. I'm not racist, so I have to forego the Nazis and Confederates and the KKK, other white nationalist groups. I'm not going to join any white nationalist group. Which means that I only have 3 options: join a brown or black gang or forge a rainbow coalition. Now the revolution needs the lumpen proletariat. The weak-ass peasants need the lumpen proletariat on their side. We need an agrarian society now. I said we need an agrarian society now. What did you say? That man fired 3 warning shots in defense of his home, person, and property consistent with Article 2, Section 13? What did you say? This is the make my day state, and everybody's afraid of fucking guns around here. Oh my gosh! He fired 3 warning shots! Oh my god! Article 2, Section 13 is the sound of my favorite song, so therefore, he fired 3 warning shots, so therefore he deserves 3 years of being raped by the jailers and the gangsters. 3 years straight, that's what and a $100,000 fine. How dare him fire a warning shot or 2 in defense of his home, person, and property, consistent with Article 2, Section 13, the Bill of Rights of Colorado's Constitution. How dare he read our laws and be consistent? How dare his behavior be consistent with our laws? That's justice? For 3 years straight, huh? Just being raped by jailers and gangsters for 3 years straight and then come out with $100,000. I like being a nice, honest, polite, good American citizen. But if a jury of my peers says that I miscalculated, I don't see myself going to jail for 3 years and being the same exact person. And it doesn't seem right to me. It's like, that's not justice. You're going to make me into a hardened It's not justice. It's fucking stupid is what it is. But 41 years of being a nice, polite, non-violent, good American citizen hasn't really got me anywhere. Maybe I'm too nice. Turn the other cheek too much like Jesus Christ. Going to jail is also getting a PhD in criminology and life on the streets. In jail, you're going to get educated by what? All the rapists and murderers and drug dealers and gangsters of all walks and stripes. There's an inmate in San Luis jailhouse. You don't look like you belong in here. No shit, Sherlock, but it takes a jailbird to see my virtue. San Luis, Costilla County, Colorado. And then he asked me if I knew the guy that I thought was harassed. Yeah, I think I might know. Kenny? Is that who you know him too, huh? You seem like such a nice guy. But it takes a jailbird to see my virtue. What the fuck, America? What the fuck? So the revolution needs the lumpen proletariat. The weak-ass peasants need the lumpen proletariat. I'd fight a revolution for federalism, the rule of law, 3 branches of government, elections, in defense of constitutional republics, and the Bill of Rights, individual freedoms. Hell fucking yeah. Run, Marianne, run. Run, Marianne, run.